Right, today, guys, we're going to go beyond the Kop and look at 5 things we learned from Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. Make sure to click like and subscribe and get involved in the comments down below. Number 5, Szoboszlai is the new Milner. Just bear with me on that one. Okay, joking aside, holy did you see that free kick? More whip than a 50 Shades of Grey themed brothel, but honestly, that set piece was more appealing on the eye. Dominik Szoboszlai has been a divisive figure of ifs, buts and maybes by Liverpool fans. If he plays further forward, he'll score more goals, but he's not doing enough in matches, so he needs to be dropped. Maybe he'll become a rotation option for Florian Wirtz, who knows? But one thing I'm sure that wasn't on anyone's bingo card for this season was Szoboszlai would play it right back against both Newcastle and Arsenal, while possibly being our best defender on the pitch on both occasions. Van Dijk against Newcastle side, Big Dom was incredible against the Toon, and against Arsenal, he was voted as man of the match, no doubt due to his 6 clearances, 1 interception, 2 tackles and 1 key pass, while also putting out a pass completion rate of 90%, with his main aim being to drive with the ball as opposed to just being an extra body in the back whose main role is to get rid of the thing. He provided the deep lying midfielders with a foundation to build from, with his natural instinct to invert taking effect, and he was also providing for the likes of Salah and Gakpo, attempting 9 long balls, with 5 of them being accurate, including a rather tasty one over the top to Gakpo in the second half. At a time where Sob isn't guaranteed minutes in the team, given those around him, it's incredible to see him deputising wherever he is needed, be it defensive midfield, attacking midfield, on the wings, or yes, even at right back in shades of James Milner. He may not be an exceptional player and does have some average matches like against Bournemouth, but against Arsenal, he made a statement as to why he should stay in the team. Number 4, John on Kirkes. Yes, Kirkes, that's exactly why we signed you. Made Madueke look like a bitch. So against Bournemouth and Newcastle, Milos Kirkes was not as awful as some people were making out, but he was pretty bad. But against Arsenal, oh my days, he was incredible, committed to a challenge, but not foolishly reckless, up for the fight, and played to his strengths. Even against Madueke, who's quicker than a flash, he was able to position himself well, stood his ground, and managed him out of the game, winning all 5 of his ground duels, pulling off 3 tackles, including a rather lovely slide tackle in the box, and he blocked several shots going at goal. He was imperious at the back and didn't ever look like giving up, hence him playing the full 90 minutes, and rightfully so. Maybe he could have done more in an offensive sense, with his heat map showing that he never really ventured into the final third all that often, but he played a huge part in a defensive masterclass from slot side. And if he's going to defend like that, I'm willing to sacrifice attacking threat for it. Number 3, McAllister doesn't look fit. I mean, was he ever going to be? Really, the man seems to be getting broken more than one of Sid's toys, and it's starting to show. When Maka played Bournemouth, he was effective and consistent throughout, but against Arsenal, he made very minimal impact, both in an attacking sense and a defensive one, not winning any tackles, ground duels, or aerial duels, with none of his 3 dribble attempts being successful, and he lost possession 9 times. That's more than Ibu, Endo, Gomez, Jones, and Chiesa combined during his 61 minutes on the pitch. In fact, it wasn't until the introduction of Jones for Maka that we started to open up the Arsenal backline and midfield, allowing us space to show our attacking talent, with Jones actually playing a big part in that. My worry now with McAllister is, are we turning him into the next Daniel Sturridge, rushing him back from knocks and injuries too soon because of his importance, and seeing him affected both physically and performance-wise? No doubt it's a blip and he'll be right back to it, but it's clear that he needs managing. Number 2, injuries. That's right. The injury reaper is back. Hide your women and hide your children, because oh boy, he was in full effect against Arsenal, causing more threat to our backline than Gyökeres ever did. So, first off, commiserations to Arsenal for the injury of Saliba. Hope all is well. Second, why Ibu? Honestly, this was a game which showcased Ibu back to his best, and he had to be cut down in the prime of his match, with him dominating proceedings at the back and getting stuck into challenges before going off in the 79th minute, 10 minutes before a similar situation occurred with Florian Wirtz. Now, Slotters came out and said that the pair of them were suffering from cramp, and that is nothing too serious, but this reinforces the need for depth for Liverpool. We all will get onto Konaté's replacement shortly, but Wirtz going off with Endo coming on was a big change in styles, and yes, it was to help us see out the match, I understand, but it just shows how close to the line Liverpool are when the inevitable injuries creep back in. We could really struggle. Signing Guéhi will be vital to strengthening that back line. This little warning sign was just how fast things can unravel due to inevitable injuries. And number 1, Joey G's masterclass. A masterclass in 18 minutes on the pitch? Are you mental? Yes, I am, and no, you're wrong. Joe Gomez was quality when he came onto the pitch, bullying Arsenal's attackers in the air and coordinating the backline alongside Van Dijk in a 2018 throwback. He made 7 clearances after his introduction, more than any other player for Liverpool, and he also won all 3 of his aerial duels, once again, more than any other player for Liverpool. Arsenal had us under pressure, of course, when he came on, but after the injuries and rotation and other things, to be thrown straight back into the deep end against Arsenal, who are pressuring us at the edge of our own box and look like you've not missed a beat, is something special. He's still got immense talent, Gomez, and while I do think his time at Liverpool is sadly numbered, while he's fit, there are a few better defenders in the league, and hopefully this is a sign that Slot has some faith in him, and maybe we see more of the lad while he's still at the club, especially if we don't end up signing Gahey.